Hi everyone, it's so nice to be with you today. As you know, I'm Lerato Tshabalala, the editor-in-chief of Your Luxury Africa. Make sure actually to follow us at YourLuxury.Africa on all the socials, please. I'm so excited about today's conversation. This man is an enologist. I have to actually remember how to pronounce that properly. He's got a degree, not actually a master's, everybody. It's one don't have, don't tell anyone. He's got a master's in winemaking and champagne quality. Am I saying it properly? Engineering and management. Am I right? This is the winemaker at Dom Pérignon. He's been there since 2023. His name is Amine Ghanem. So nice to have you here. Amine, how are you?
Thank you very much. I'm so amazingly great, and I'm so excited to talk about wines, love, and life
And
with
life.
you.
And harmony too.
Yes, harmony. Harmony. It's about everything around us, and Dom Pérignon. It's about capturing the beauty of the harmony in the diverse elements in the universe.
Now, we're in South Africa, and in South Africa, we always start, with an opener, a drink, just to say welcome.
Yeah.
So would you
yes.
mind? So while Amine pours for you, we are actually drinking the 2017 vintage. Let me tell you why it's so exciting for me to be chatting to Amine. In 2017, oddly enough, this is the reason why we're here, I actually interviewed the previous chef de coeur, Richard Jeffrey.
Yes.
We had at the Four Seasons, he told me all about Dom Pérignon. I think he was there for like almost 30 years. Right?
Yes.
I think, ooh, opa.
Yeah, amazing. So, it's a very emotional 2017 vintage of Dom Pérignon. You mentioned Richard Jeffrey. 2017 is the last act of bravery of Richard Geoffroy.
Wow.
Was the last blend of Dom Pérignon done by Richard Geoffroy, and then Richard Geoffroy transmitted the flambeau to Vincent Chaperon.
No ways.
So we are tasting a very emotional harvest vintage.
Oh my
2017 Dom Pérignon.
I feel very special.
Very
I
special,
think it's so amazing that like the last conversation I had with him was in 2017.
Yeah.
And that's the vintage that actually brings us here. We're going to talk a lot actually about this, but for now, cheers to life.
Cheers.
And to harmony. All right. 2017. When we were chatting before we started, you said tempo.
This wine is in a really movement. It's a fast tempo wine. I love this wine because it's a dual wine between curves and lines, between softness and seduction, between elegancy and structure. 2017 is a very extreme year in Champagne, very challenging year in Champagne. And Richard Geoffroy and Dom Pérignon took the challenge and make one of the most interesting Dom Pérignon for the last 20 years.
Wow.
Why? Because nobody was expecting 2017, but Dom Pérignon did it as a witness of what we're gonna have through the global warming, through the climate changement. So 2017 was a very hot, very wet, very tropical year. So the grapes suffered from this extreme conditions of ripeness. But Richard Geoffroy and the Dom Pérignon team decide to make from this wine epoch a witness for the next generations to say Dom Pérignon can do it, can encapsulate into one glass the beauty or the particularity, singularity of 1 year into the aesthetic values of Dom Pérignon, means the intensity, the complexity, the beauty of the seduction of Dom Pérignon. So, last act of bravery means an improbable, unpredictable year has been crafted by Dom Pérignon, 2017.
I think it's so amazing that even in challenging times, you can grow something so amazing and beautiful. Now, I know obviously the Dom Pérignon focuses on a year instead of just
Yes, it's always a vintage.
yes,
means
always a vintage,
always a
particular-
craft
yeah.
from a single harvest grapes.
Yes. So we want to get into that, but I also want to get into a little bit about you, so
Yeah.
our viewers can get to know you. So Dom Pérignon speaks a lot about harmony. And from what I understand, you like a little bit of music,
Yes,
right? Can
yeah.
you tell me about the role of harmony and sort of the musicality of wine as well?
Yes, of course. I'm a musician and I love music, and I feel that all around us it's about music. It's about hearing the nature, people talking, elements touching.
Love that
And
sound.
the world, the universe was a music before beginning to be a word, you know? And the harmony in Dom Pérignon is like a harmony in a symphony. Every instrument of music should play to alone, but in a tempo, in a harmony with the whole orchestra, to play one symphony, but with different partitions. The harmony of Dom Pérignon, different places, different plots will resonate, will be charismatic alone, but when we're gonna blend them together, they will elevate Dom Pérignon to a higher plenitude. We call it harmony. Harmony means every element should be in the right place, on the right time, with the right job to do. And harmony is a Benedictine credential and a Benedictine legacy from Dom Pérignon, the monk.
The monk, yeah.
The monks.
Because he heard the sound, right? Because I think he had been sitting and then
I was talking about deeper things.
yeah.
The harmony is about the community. And being a Benedictine monk, Dom Pérignon saw how in the monastery the monks behave. The monks lived. The monks live together. Everyone has different talent, different personalities, different charisma, but they have the same goal, going up spiritually.
Right.
So blending the harmony means living together. Every wine into the blend should resonate as an individual, but in the service of the whole blend.
collective,
Yes,
the co-
it's like a symphony.
Yeah.
The strings will play alone, the drums will play alone, the piano alone, but for the same symphony. And if you are concentrate, you can hear every instrument alone. You close your eyes and you say, I will hear only the drums, and you can hear only the drums. And this is what about the harmony of Dom Pérignon. The harmony is giving the place to every individuality to express themselves through the community. The harmony of the world, the harmony of the universe. We can feel the harmony into our vineyards. Our vineyards are planted grapes with trees, with herbs, keeping animals calm, keeping birds, keeping worms, connecting the forest to the river. It's harmony.
Yeah. And quite spiritual as well. There is something quite spiritual about it. It's so interesting, right? You as a winemaker, and you're talking about sound. The rapper and entrepreneur Jay-Z often has said that he is part of the instrumentation. His voice is just as important as the drum. He just has to figure out how he gets in there. And as winemaker, how do you slot yourself in that harmonistic part of the whole? Where do you find your between nature and all these things that you're talking about?
The harmony when we taste wines is about tasting with intuition, with emotions, and figure out from where these grapes come. So the first job is to go to the vineyard, go visiting plot per plot, and feeling the wind, making the connection between plots, and the connection between plots through our presence.
Right.
So imagine we have 3 plots in 3 different villages. We go visit the plots, we taste the grapes, and we feel the wind. we feel the soil, we hear the birds. And then we take the car and we go to the other plot. So we took from the plot the spirit and we put it and we combine it to other plot. And then we feel this one, we taste the wine. This is what about harmony. This is what about place with time, with natural presence and human presence and life presence. All these combined together will make harmony. So this is a little bit deep for this morning,
But it should
but we're gonna taste, and through the tasting we're gonna feel this harmony. Harmony also is seduction.
Yes.
Harmony is about being easy to understand and easy to place in a conversation. And Dom Pérignon has one of these attributes. Being seductive means being enjoyable in every moment.
Yeah.
Dom Pérignon can be enjoyable in a Michelin stars, in a gastronomic way. Even we can be enjoyable in the nightlife, on a terrace, on a beautiful beach, or in a high mountain. So this is what about being seductive as Dom Pérignon.
I love that. And the thing about seduction is that it really is about falling in love with life, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when people imagine your typical day, week, they think you're probably sitting around sipping champagne all day.
I would love.
What is your typical week when you're not traveling and you are working in Epinay? What does it look like?
Yeah, really, we taste a lot. We taste to train ourselves and to follow and to monitor our cellar maturation. But also we deal with big investment management. So renew the winery, make trials on new corks, new bottles, lighter bottles because of the environmental impacts. So we have a very rich and diverse daily subject. Tasting wines, making trials, renewal our investments and tools of work, visiting the vineyard, following the forecast, following the conditions of climate, and making a lot of discovery about gastronomy, about foreign wines. Yes, and also talking, meeting artists, photographers. So we have a very diverse emotional daily work in Dom Pérignon, because Dom Pérignon is not a common wine.
No.
It's really a creative process. So we should be involved in all the universe around us, means the nature, the soil, the subsoil, the grapes, the nature with the condition of climate. And we are so technical in terms of crafting, because we are precise, accurate, intense in our crafting. So we have a part of engineering and a part of emotional craft.
Yeah, actually, that's also really interesting. When I was reading about your background in engineering, I was going to ask how that, because winemaking also includes, being an ologist also includes engineering. How has engineering kind of helped in harnessing?
Yeah, engineering will help in processing with the precision, in building a accurate process, being precise, being searching for the perfection, means the harmony, and organizing the performance of the line of production, and also being engineers, being rational also. When Dom Pérignon
is passion.
Yeah. So we need from time to time. From time to time
to the end.
To make from this creative process something balanced between emotions and science. Yeah, the balance between emotion and science.
I love that. Which kind of brings me to, we were talking about even the South African climate before we started rolling, about like how every place has changed because of climate change. And you as a winemaker, how are you approaching, and we will get into 2017 in particular more, but how are you approaching it with the climate in terms of, the soil is changing? How does that as a winemaker, how are you looking at the climate going forward?
It's a challenge and it's a
Opportunity.
gift. Yeah.
Yes.
Challenge and opportunity. Opportunity to be creative. Opportunity to listen to the nature. Opportunity to change a lot of practices. And opportunity to make 2017.
To be brave.
Yeah, to be brave, to be audacious, and to change our mindset and our creativity, and to be in concordance with the next generation's demand and needs. So the global warming, it's a thing with double edge.
Yeah.
We can be so challenged every year, and we can enhance our creativity, and we can open our eyes to what is happening. Before we say, okay, there is global warming, who cares?
Yeah, it's something that's happening over there.
Yeah. But imagine, before 2003, since we have records in the Champagne region, we had only one vintage harvested in August. One vintage. Since 1789 until 2003. One harvest in August. From 2003 until now, how much do you think we harvest in August? So in 200 years, we harvest one time. In 20 years, we harvest 8 times.
No, I was going to say 3.
8 times in August.
Jeez,
so
I mean.
It's accelerated. Global warming. Environment changement.
Yeah.
We need to change our mindset. This is why we decrease our entrant product. We decrease the chemical. We don't use any herbicide. We lighten the bottle glass content. We care about the water loss into our vineyards. We plant trees. All these things, we manage it to be to be in concordance. With the change.
Because I think the thing is, as you say, we kind of looked at it as something that's happening over here, but it's now here, even in South Africa, where flooding. I think you've worked with South African winemakers as well, and so you kind of we're all sort of realizing that things have to change. But just to switch gears a bit, one of the things I love about Dom Pérignon, right, is your 2023 campaign had some of the most creative people in it, including my style icon Tilda Swinton. You had Anderson Paak in there. So once you create the wine, it obviously has to go to people like me who enjoy it. So where does Dom Pérignon sit in terms of gastronomy and culture and creativity and just how people enjoy it? Because as you said, whether we're celebrating or whether we're having a dinner.
Dom Pérignon is a fine wine. Dom Pérignon comes from the Grand Cru in Champagne, means the best grace of Champagne. Dom Pérignon comes from a heritage since 1668. Dom Pérignon is a legendary wine. So Dom Pérignon can be enjoyed as a great wine in a gastronomy way, as a food enhancer, food pairing, food experience. At the same time, Dom Pérignon is a inspirator for pop art, for culture, for creativity, for poetry. So Dom Pérignon is not only a wine, it's a inspiration for art, for lifestyle. So this is why every year we have a collaboration with different artists. Last collaboration was with Murakami.
Oh my gosh, the art, I love Murakami.
The year before was with Basquiat. 3 years ago was with Lady Gaga, then Jeff Koons. All these artists found in Dom Pérignon 2 things mainly: crafting and blending layers.
Right.
Layers. So Dom Pérignon is like a multiple layers creation, and every time you take a sip, one layer will open and will show you one different beauty than the before and different from the next one.
It's almost like a discovery. Like
yes.
Every vintage is a discovery.
Yes, of course.
So now let's talk about 2017, which is why we're here. what would you say is, because we're both storytellers, right? So I tell the stories of brands and people who are interested, are wonderful readers, and you are telling a story in terms of wine. And 2017 is going to be available in South Africa this August and September. I think August,
Yes, September,
it's coming. And so a lot of people are obviously going to be interested to go and want and buy it. So we've spoken about what a difficult growing season it was in 2017.
Yes. Difficult season. The year has been split into 2 acts.
Okay.
2017, you have to consider it as a piece of theater or an opera with 2 acts. The first act will be glorious act. Beautiful sun, beautiful weather, beautiful concentration of maturation and elements of ripeness.
Yeah.
And we thought that it will be the vintage of the century. But the second act was a dramatic act. Rain, hail, humidity, and the humidity with hot weather give us fungal diseases on Pinot Noir grapes.
Oh my.
And we begin to run after maturation and saving grapes from illness. But the audacious spirit was to skip following the Pinot Noir because the Pinot Noir was really challenging to capture. And we put all our effort to follow the resilient and the great Chardonnay in 2017. So 2017 is driven by Chardonnay because in a hot, humid, tropical conditions, the Pinot Noir will struggle and the Chardonnay will be more resilient.
Tell me that's
So the Chardonnay was and has a remarkable, glorious ripeness in 2017, and the Chardonnay drive the Dom Pérignon 2017 by a technical decision that we say, okay, let's stop challenging Pinot Noir and let us take care about Chardonnay that will be the backbone of our creation.
wow.
This is what happened in 2017.
What a story.
Yeah.
I mean, you tell it with
So this is
drama.
why we talked about this wine as a dual wine, as a controversing wine,
Right.
as a paradox, opposite wine. This is why when we tasted before, I said, okay, this is an opposition between curves and lines, between softness and freshness, between acidity and maturity. And this beautiful final, delicate, bitter elements, salty elements, come to give us a lot of umami
Oh.
in this wine. So this wine is in movement. When I say this wine is in movement, in a very fast tempo movement, because of the year was in movement.
Right. So it kind of mirrors actually the year it was
Yeah.
created in a sense, right?
So in Dom Pérignon, we don't invent something. We just follow the nature,
Right.
giving us the tempo. In 2017 was a movement tempo wine. So this is why this wine is in movement. At the opposite of 2015, which is
Okay.
now on the market. 2015 was so strict, so structured, so stable, so static. Okay. 2015 was hot, dry, intense, solar, sunny year. From the beginning until the end. There is no fluctuation.
Right.
2017, by the way, began by a frost 12 days in March.
Okay. Whoa.
Frost, then hot, then rain, then humidity, then diseases. Then we concentrate on the Chardonnay to be creative and to make wine in an unpredictable, improbable year. This is how I began my interview, by saying this was the last act of bravery of Richard Geoffroy.
It's amazing. One of the words that you use a lot is interesting because it's my word of the year is audacity.
Yes.
This I said this is my year of audacity, and I loved hearing you speak about how audacious it is. So how would you describe 2017, vintage 2017, in 3 words? I know this is hard, but like
Yeah, unpredictable, intricate and in movement.
Unpredictable, intricate, and a movement.
Yes.
Ooh, that's quite complex. Right.
Yeah.
That's
If you want more simplicity, you can say a dual wine between round and straightness.
okay.
So it's a wine that is intricate. It's the first time we tasted. Vincent told us, "What do you think about this wine?" And we began to figure things and imagine things. And I was one of these guys who say it. This is an intricate wine. I cannot describe it. Of course.
And I think it speaks to the complexity that
Yes.
you were talking about.
The complexity and the movement that has been seen in this unpredictable year.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
about to tell me. I was actually, thank you for bringing us back to this year, because this year started off, 2026 started off crazy. We're right slap bang in the middle of it, and it's still one of the crazy things. Oh, I meant to ask you, by the way, I mean, I hear you're a lover of, we call it football around the world, but obviously it's soccer because
Yeah.
of America.
Yes.
Are you watching the World Cup?
In Europe we say football. Okay.
Yes,
Football,
exactly. We say football here too.
Oh,
Are you watching? Do you
yeah.
have a favorite team?
Of course, I'm a sport fan in general.
Okay,
I watch
okay,
all
not
the
just-
sports, you know.
Okay.
I love rugby. I love soccer, football. I love.
And you know us, we love rugby too.
Yeah. I'm a fan of all the sports. You know, I can even watch the world champion of darts. You know.
Really? Okay, you really
yeah,
are.
let's go to the soccer, to the football. Yes, I'm watching. I'm so excited about this World Cup because the iconic players are probably playing for the last time. So like Messi, like
before they
Ronaldo,
retire, yeah.
and the French team is so strong and so harmonious also. And I'm enjoying also seeing new nations, small nations of football. And this is the beauty of the football that can put together great big countries with small new emerging countries
yes.
and passionate. So island of Curacao, I never heard about it if there is no football. Okay.
Yeah.
Haiti Island.
Yeah, actually, I also didn't know that Haiti was like out there.
So these are amazing to watch, and sport in general is a spirit that put together people in this world where a lot of problems can separate people. Now with sports, we can be together in a beautiful fiesta.
It's what actually I think you were talking about wine as well, about bringing all these other elements together, which then brings me to my last question.
Yeah.
I hope you've got a clever little answer. Because of your love of music and harmony, and as we take our last sip and we say cheers, and I release you to go enjoy this beautiful South African weather, what music would you imagine playing while we drink?
Oh,
this
playing or
music?
hearing?
Hearing. And I'm gonna try and hear it.
Yeah, since this wine we talked about it and we say it in movement with a fast and alternative tempo. I would love to hear, when I taste this wine, Four Seasons for Vivaldi, and especially summer part of Four Seasons.
Oh.
Because you're gonna see the tempo will change, will go fast, will slow down. In the summer Vivaldi Four Seasons, he was seeing even the rain, the hail coming down in a summer hot intricate day. So for this wine, Four Seasons Vivaldi, summer part, Let's do it.
Cheers.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Thank you so much. I mean, thanks everyone for joining us. The 2017 Dom Pérignon vintage is available in South Africa this August, September. Remember, duality, complexity, movement, and
Cheers.
all those wonderful things. Cheers to you. I mean, we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.